from the NBC6 studios, this is South Florida Today.
Welcome back, everybody. We all remember hosting at least one party where we tried to do it all ourselves. You spend the whole time in the kitchen, and you don't get to enjoy the time with your friends, family, or coworkers, pretty much defeating the purpose of the party to begin with. And then when it's all over, you're up all night doing the dishes and cleaning up after your guests. But what if you could just sit back, relax, and enjoy the party with everybody else? Joining me now is Chef Dee Lennox with Lennox Catering. Hi, Dee.
Good morning.
You guys do it all, right? You
We
do
sure
the food, you do the decor, the music,
Yeah,
the works,
the
right?
setup, all of it. We do the coordination in the beginning, all of it.
Now, are you, do you do small parties, large, both?
We do generally parties of 50 to 5,000.
So on the larger scale?
We'll do a larger scale.
Okay. And you're cooking already. I hear it's sizzling.
Yes,
what are we
it's
making
sizzling.
today?
What we're making today is a Thai curry shrimp. And I'm from Trinidad, and my family is Indian and Portuguese. So I tend to like to include a lot of the Indian spices from my culture. So today what we're going to do is we're going to do this Thai curry shrimp, but I'm going to include a red Thai chili paste and an Indian curry powder. What I started to do so far here, save a little time for us, is I started sauteing some julienne onions.
I'm smelling garlic, right?
And lots of garlic.
Right,
Garlic's our friend, and it's so good for us. So what you have to do first is you have to cook the curry. Have you ever cooked curry before?
No.
Okay. Well, a lot of times I hear people say they cook curry, and actually what they do is they add it at the end, sort of like a condiment or as a ketchup, and it has sort of a grainy taste. What you have to do is you actually have to cook the curry for a few minutes. So
the curry is a powder, right?
It's a powder, and it's actually not a powder of one ingredient, it's a component of ingredients. It's got turmeric, fenugreek, coriander, cayenne pepper. It's a combination of things. Well, turmeric and cumin, I don't know if you knew this, but they aid in digestion.
Really?
And cayenne pepper actually...
well, that'll clear the sinuses pretty quick.
Yeah. Cayenne pepper actually is super good for you as well because it aids in digestion and increases your circulation. So what I'm doing here is I'm just sauteing this and cooking it down a little bit because we want to make sure that curry is finely cooked. Now that that's done, I'm going to add a little bit of coconut milk.
Now, coconut milk as opposed to regular milk, is that something that's specific to this recipe?
Yes, exactly. Okay. And it makes it a nice creamier, more depth of flavor. Okay? Coconut is fabulous. It's one of my favorite things to cook with.
Now that's I didn't realize, I've seen coconut milk right out of a coconut, it's not this thick. So have you done something to thicken it up?
No, I sure didn't. That one came right out of the can.
Wow.
Then what I'll do is I'm going to start to saute my vegetables. I'm going to use some red julienne's vegetables today and yellow ones. And did you know that these guys were high in vitamin C?
No.
I always thought
they're pretty too. They're really good-looking vegetables.
I always thought vitamin C came from citrus fruits until I learned that vitamin C is in everything.
Now, you always start with the raw shrimp. You don't ever boil the shrimp first?
No, because you lose all the flavor that way. Now, what I've done here is I actually seasoned the shrimp in advance here
with
some of our own Lennox seasoning. It's Chef Dee's secret sauce. It's right here. And if you're interested in purchasing that, just go on my website, lennoxcatering.com, and send me an email, and I'll give you information on that.
Okay.
Okay, now here, I've got the shrimp, but before I do that, I want to devein one for you. Do you know how to devein shrimp?
Well, I've done it. It's not a pretty thing to do, but do you have to have a special tool? I mean, I just use a knife.
Just a little paring knife like this guy here. And I have
one thing you don't want to get is a shrimp that has not been deveined.
Right, and that's not fun because it's crunchy and icky. So what I do is I just hold the shrimp like this. I pull off the shells, flip it around, and sometimes I leave the tail on, but today we're going to take the tail off.
Okay.
And then you hold the shrimp like this, and you just...
You slice down the back.
Slice down the back.
Okay.
And let's see how clean this guy is.
He's pretty clean. Hey, wait a minute. How come I don't get shrimp like that at home?
He's pretty clean, but he's not as clean as we want him to be, right? We devein every single shrimp. Okay, you have to do that. Okay? Use my towel here. Then I flip it on the inside because you got a little vein thing going on there too. We want that guy out.
Okay.
Get him out. Okay. So then let's add him to the rest.
The others have already been deveined.
My hands. Yep. The others have already been deveined. I'm going to lower my heat a little bit here.
May I?
Serious cooking. Yes, please.
All of it?
All of it.
Okay.
Love it. Okay, now,
we got about 1 minute. How long does it take to cook this?
This takes a few, probably about 2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, in the meantime, what we'll do is let me go ahead and we'll cover this down. And you can see here, I've got a plate already set up here with the shrimp. The shrimp is done when you know it starts to turn pink, which takes about 2 or 3 minutes, and then you're done. let me show you a really cool trick here, and how I did the rice today for us.
All right.
So I used my little funnel here, and
Oh, that's how you serve it. So it's like a little pyramid.
yeah, and you take your plate, upside down, and then you got this beautiful little perfect little rice.
That is neat.
And then what I do with that is at the end of our dish here,
Oh, there
I
it
put
is.
a little
That's the, go ahead.
toasted coconut right on the top,
product.
and that's your finished product.
Absolutely beautiful.
All right.
All right, and again, if you didn't catch her website, you can go to our website, NBC6.net. Lennox Catering is located at 3045 Federal Highway in Fort Lauderdale. For more information, give them a call. Their direct line is 954-709-3570. And if you'd like to try this recipe at your house, you can find it on our website. We'll link you to them, NBC6.net. You know what to click on, right? South Florida Today. Elton John, thank you for being with us. Elton John and Tim Rice have teamed up to put an upbeat twist on an old classic. We'll have a preview of the modern musical Aida coming up.